Have you ever pondered the profound impact of Arab migrations on the African trade? The course of history has been significantly shaped by these movements, painting a vivid picture of cultural exchange, economic development, and at times, conflict. In the early days, the Arabian Peninsula was home to a nomadic people known as the Arabs. These tribes began to migrate to different parts of the world, including Africa, around the 7th century. This movement was largely driven by the spread of Islam, which began in the Arabian Peninsula during the same period. As the Arabs migrated to Africa, they brought with them their culture, religion, and economic systems. This had a profound and lasting impact on the continent, particularly on trade. The Arabs were skilled traders, and their arrival in Africa marked the beginning of an era of increased commercial activity. They established trade routes across the continent, connecting Africa to the Middle East and the wider Indian Ocean region. One of the most significant impacts of Arab migration was the integration of Africa into the Indian Ocean and Middle Eastern trade networks. This wasn't merely a matter of geography. The Arabs were adept at navigating the seas, and they used their skills to establish maritime trade routes. These routes connected the African coast to major trading hubs in the Middle East and India, bringing African goods to a much larger market. The Arab traders didn't just import and export goods, they also exported their culture and religion. They established settlements along the East African coast, where they built mosques and schools. These settlements became centers of Islamic learning and culture, which spread throughout the continent. The Arab trade included large-scale exports of slaves and gold, among other goods. However, it's important to note that there was already a powerful Ethiopian kingdom in Africa, which had long-standing relations with the Arabs. The Ethiopians were engaged in the Indian Ocean trade, exporting goods to India. They were closely allied with the Byzantine Empire, which was also a major player in the Indian Ocean trade. However, this alliance weakened with the decline of the Byzantine Empire. In conclusion, the Arab migrations had a profound impact on African trade. They brought Africa more closely into the Indian Ocean and Middle Eastern trade networks, increased mercantile activity along the east coast of Africa, and established cultural and religious centers. However, they also engaged in the large-scale export of slaves and gold, a darker aspect of their influence on the continent. Despite these challenges, the impact of the Arab migrations on African trade is undeniable, leaving a long-lasting legacy that continues to shape the continent to this day.